reached Dehradun Airport. I just got off a 3-hour flight from Mumbai, and now we're gonna head over to Rishikesh via taxi, and we're ready to get our journey started here for 12 days, start our yatra and eat some great food. So from the airport to Rishikesh, it took us about 45 minutes, and then when you get there, you can use rickshaw to travel around. And these are some of the beautiful sights you can see. All right, we have reached the heart of Rishikesh. This is the first leg of our journey into the Himalayan mountain range. And as you can see, it's insanely beautiful already. This is just the foothills, but as you can see, this is the Ganga river that's flowing. It's been monsoon season and it's been raining a lot, so the water level has gone up. And it's also crazy hot. It's like 35 degrees here and I'm sweating buckets, but it's just so beautiful with the sunset. I'm now at Ram Jhula. Come with me. Now, when crossing this bridge, the first thing you'll notice is how beautiful it is, and the second thing you'll notice is that it's not just for people. There are monkeys, there are cows, there are bikes, there are motorcycles crossing. Definitely a cool and sensory overload experience. Once you cross the bridge, the streets are super clean, packed with tourists, and there's so many beautiful little walkways like this one. And there are a lot of little shops and restaurants that we explored on the way. Okay guys, I'm now at Chotiwala's, which is it's actually the most famous restaurant in Rishikesh, and I'm sitting here right on the banks of the Ganga River. It's actually air conditioned, which is like a huge plus because it's like insanely hot, but the food smells amazing. Here we have 2 tandoori naans, methi malai matar. I've got the plain rice and rajma over here. And the great thing is they actually give you green chilies to have with your food, and of course the classic pickle achar. Now I can't wait to dig in. It's creamy, not too spicy. You have the mushrooms and the beans in here. Really delicious with the tandoori roti. The next morning, we began our journey to Barkot, and then from there, we'll be heading up to Yamunotri. And this was definitely one of the most scenic drives I've ever been on. All right, I've now just reached my hotel in Barkot, and it took us maybe 6-7 hours to actually drive here, so I'm pretty tired, but I have to start my journey tomorrow at 5 a.m. to go to Yamunotri, which is an incredible destination. It's a 6-hour trek and it's a 2-hour drive from here. And there's always so many people. It's also an incredible pilgrimage site, which a lot of people go for. So we're gonna start our journey early tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna try and get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Now we're on our way to Yamunotri at 5 a.m. and I am not joking when I say this is one of the scariest drives I've ever been on. These roads definitely need some work. Okay, I've now reached Janki Chatti. We are now at the foothills of the trek. It's gonna be a 6-hour trek. It took us 2 hours to drive here from Barkot, which is the only place you can stay here. And just to let you know, it is quite a muddy path. There's cars everywhere. There's horses everywhere. So you have to be really, really careful, but it's really beautiful. So right now I'm gonna be walking this entire trek with my family, but there's other ways you can get up to the Yamunotri temple as well. You can take a horse, which I think is 8,000 rupees. You can take someone to actually carry you in a basket, which I think is like 12,000 rupees, but honestly it changes based on your weight. And then there's also the palanquin,
which I think is like 15,000 rupees. But it should be a really nice trek. Just make sure to carry lots of water and food with you because it is at a high altitude. And regulate your breathing.
Starting our journey at the base of the mountain, we have to climb all the way up there. And of course, I'm joined with my sister and the rest of my family as well. And this is definitely one of the coolest treks I've ever been on. You're joined with palanquins, horses, donkeys, and some incredible views.
Now I'm standing here. We're all just taking a break because as you climb up higher, the air definitely gets thinner and you get tired faster. I hiked quite a bit, but this one, like even after 20 minutes, 1 kilometer, I'm feeling it. So make sure to drink lots of water. And as you can see, there's different modes of transportation here. It's maybe like 10 degrees, but as you go, you get really hot. So I'm holding my jacket, but it's beautiful so far.
On the way, there are stalls with food and water, but they're mostly snacks like crackers and candies, so definitely make sure to bring food along so that you have enough energy for this journey. Another keynote, while you're on your journey, make sure to keep an eye out that there are no falling rocks and landslides. This roadblock was due to a landslide that broke the entire path ahead of us.
All right, so it's been about an hour and a half and we're only 15 minutes away from here. What I heard is that it usually takes 3 to 4 hours to actually climb up, but we've covered it in a pretty good pace. I'm just chilling here, eating some Nature Valley bars. You can eat some crackers. You can buy some on the way too, but definitely keep some food to build your energy as you go up.
Now we finally made it up to the village at the base of the temple, and here you can actually buy a lot of food, there are a lot of sweets, and a lot of people.
Right, we made it to Yamunotri Dham temple. It was about a 2-hour trek up, but it can take up to 3.5 hours depending on the time you start. So we started at 7 a.m., which is like one of the earliest start times, and that's why it was pretty easy. But once you come and you reach here, you get an amazing darshan of the temple. There's no line here. You just have to keep your shoes at the bottom. You can see the white peaks mountains up there. You can see the snow. It's genuinely so beautiful and it makes the entire journey worth it. Okay, so this is my first meal of the day. I'm eating some poha, which is like a flat rice breakfast that you eat. It's really, really good. I carried it all the way, but I'm definitely gonna need to eat this in order to make the journey back, which is gonna be another 2.5 hours.
Then we started our journey back down, which was definitely the easier part. Although we did get tired in the end, there are so many beautiful waterfalls and mountains and sights to see on the way that you don't even realize you're tired.
All right, I just got back from the entire trek back to my hotel. I'm staying at Camp Nirvana, and I would probably say that this is the best place to stay in this entire Barcoat area. And so we started at 5 a.m. and reached back by 2 p.m. So you can guess how many hours that is. It's about 9 to 10 hours it'll take you on this trek. But such an amazing day. A few really important things I'll note. If you're going on this trek, start at 5 a.m. The earlier the better, because it gets extremely busy if you start any time later. Point number 2, make sure to pack your food and go, because there's no places to eat unless you want just crackers on the way. And third of all, make sure to stay very hydrated, take lots of water, take lots of snacks, and just enjoy your time. And I'll honestly say that it was one of the most beautiful treks I've ever been on. And that's Yamunotri temple. Done, finished, and we're on to the next. We're gonna go do the Gangotri Gaumukh trek next. So make sure to watch my next video and like, share, and subscribe.